Okay, this question has to do with production possibility frontiers, sometimes called production possibility curves. Okay, so our question is imagine a society that produces apples and oil. Draw a production possibility frontier. So here we've drawn the curve. So what this is basically saying is I could make so many apples if I put all my resources towards apples, or so much oil if I put all my resources towards oil, or some combination of each. A little bit of apples, some oranges, etc. But the key question here is use the concept of opportunity cost to explain why it is most likely that we have this bow shaped as opposed to a straight line. We have this bow shaped curve. Well, the main reason for that is if you think about it, let's take apples here. If I start out growing apples, the first place I'm going to go is maybe to the northeast where the soil's right for the assets, the climate's right for the apples, for growing apples. So I grow a lot of apples for giving up very little oil. And therefore, my opportunity cost of the first batch of apples is very low. The next set of apples gets a little more expensive. And then they get more expensive. And then they get more expensive. And the last, at the end, I'm trying to grow apples maybe in the middle of Florida where the climate isn't right. It's very expensive to grow apples in Florida, perhaps. Same thing for oil. If I start here in the oil, the first bit of oil I'm going to drill in Texas, where it's 6 inches below the soil, and up pops oil, right? So the first batch of oil, the opportunity cost is very low. Then it gets more expensive as I go for more oil until I'm finally trying to drill for oil in places that just aren't conducive to having oil. So the whole reason why you have this bow-shaped curve is because when you start with whatever commodity, you're going to get the most efficient ones first. The most efficient ones will have the lowest opportunity costs, and those costs will just keep increasing as you grow more and more of that commodity. Now, it also says show a point on the graph where it's feasible but not efficient. Well, that would be this point right here, right? We could have this many apples, right? Whatever this number is over here, and this much oil, but we wouldn't be efficient. We're leaving lots of areas. We're not at our production possibility frontier or curve. This would be possible and efficient, right? Where you'd want to be on the curve. Any point on this curve is efficient. And this point is currently not feasible. It's beyond our production possibility frontier or curve. Now, if we made improvements to drilling or found better fertilizers for apples, there's a chance that we could shift this production possibility curve or frontier out and make this feasible, but currently it's not feasible. So we can be inside the curve is feasible but inefficient, on the curve is feasible and efficient, outside the curve is not feasible. Hope this helps. And remember, as we go down the curve, our costs increase. So we have increasing opportunity costs. The whole reason for that is because our first batch of apples are going to be where apples are most efficiently grown. And the same thing for oil. Our first batch of oil is going to be where oil is most efficiently drilled for. Hope this helps. Have a good day.